Welcome to a guide to new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. New mods for Tuesday the 10th of September, plus an update that I overlooked, plus some updates. Got quite a few things to talk about, not so much to look at today. There's a few things, but not too intricate, so we shouldn't be too bad. So, updates from Tuesday the 10th of September first. 4 map updates. New Woodshire, Oberkrabach, the Old Farm Countryside and Pacific Northwest have all had updates. All of them seasons updates. I would suggest you go onto the Farming Simulator website, look on the mods on Modhub and look at the change logs, because the change logs for all 4 are quite extensive. The only one that said it required a new save game was Pacific Northwest after the updates, if you want to see the changes. And the Old Farm Countryside says on there, and I don't know if it's PC only, I haven't been on to check this, and maybe I should have done, but it says 3 new crop types. It says rye, sorghum and millet have been added. So anyway, those 4 maps have been updated. An update that I overlooked from Monday's mods, Monday the 9th. I don't often do the updates unless they're important. There's lots in there, and I did the trailer, but I forgot this. Well, I say I forgot. I made a mistake. I looked into the Modhub, and it said it had an update, and I looked on the wrong change log, and it said change decals. So I thought, okay, well, that's not really. I'm not going to do a review on a change decal. However, because I was reading the wrong change log, we've got this, the Stea 9000 series. Now this has been added onto this mod. This is the Case IH 7200 7200 series by Mat26. Now the standard in-game one is brilliant anyway, because it comes with the medium tractors and it went up to about 261 horsepower, which was a really good horsepower for a pretty good price as well. Well, this is the modded version by Mat26. There were quite a few other things that could be changed. A whole load on the front. We can have weights and a front loader attacher. 3-point link on the front, loads of different tyre options, but this is what's been added in the update. The tractor itself is the same, it's the same shape, but this is the Stea version. Stea, sorry if I've got that wrong, I do apologise. But under medium tractors, so like I say, we've got the 7200 Pro Series there, the standard in-game for 98 grand. 25 slots is fairly high, but it goes up to 261 horsepower, which is pretty good. If we scroll right the way across, we get the modded one here. This is only 88,000 for the standard version, which is pretty cool. It's 32 slots, so it's a little bit higher. Now under options, I think I reviewed this originally, I think when the mod first came out. But we can change the rim colour to a lighter grey if we want to. Configuration, we've got standard, 500 kilogram weight, 900 kilogram weight, 1,300, 1,700, that's all changed on the front, or front attacher. We can have Trelleborg or we can have Michelins, and there are a few different options in those. The Michelins are seem a lot chunkier to me. Standards, wides, rear twins, back to standard, and under the Trelleborgs, standard, wides, rears, twins. Oh, same. Oh no, the narrows. That's right, the narrows on the Trelleborg. Rear narrows. That's a very interesting look. Narrow twins. That actually looks pretty cool. Actually, I do like the look of that. Wheel weights, and then we go through the weight options back to standard. Now we've got front type, and this is where we've got a few options as well. Front type 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to 1 again. Now this is where things change. Before we had all these Magnum options, so we could go all the way up to the 70 to 50 Pro, which took us to 261 horsepower. We look at the side of there, so you've got the Pro logo and the rest on it, and all very nice. Now we've got the Stea 9200 or 9200, which starts at 200 horsepower, which is pretty cool. But it goes all the way up and doesn't stop at 261. Hang on, did I go past it? I did. It goes up to 9270, which is 276 horsepower. So that's a big jump up, 261 to 276. I like that as well. It's a nice kind of it's a basic design, but it's clean. It's, you know, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, and a big increase and a change in that. I mean, it is a change in decals, but and I overlooked it. I wouldn't say I necessarily missed it. It was my fault. I read the wrong thing. But anyway, there you go. So that's the option for that. It does make a big difference. That said, if you go for the Stea 9270, that's an extra 50 grand on top of the base price, which takes you 140. But for 276 horsepower, that's still not too bad, with a lot of options available. Anyway, there you go. So that's the mods that I overlooked from Monday's mods. I do apologise. So mods for today. We've got this. We will start off with. This is the Gorenk Planer Supra H. This is by Whitebull Modding, and we'll use 6 slots. This can level bunker silos, a wheat pile, you know, whatever you want to level, you can level with this. It does say it can be used in the woodland as well, if you wanted to use it for dragging logs around, I guess, as well. We will grab the tractor, actually. Now, it says on the Modhub that the planer spins around, and I thought, well, actually, if you put that on the front and span it round completely, you've got yourself a nice little kind of push plough, snow plough kind of thing, which I suppose you can still use it for that. It will only rotate. Actually, let's get round into a position we can see a bit better in the light. There we go. So we can raise and lower it like so. We can adjust the angle like so. The only problem on the PlayStation controller I've found is that the control for doing that is actually the same control for doing the door. So if you have a look while I'm going up and down that, the door's opening and closing at the same time as well. So yeah, a bit of a weird one, but anyway. I have got it set on the rear tool, but it's still doing it anyway. So you can raise and lower it, and then with is it R1? So R1 and right stick up and down, we can rotate that blade, but it doesn't rotate all the way round. It stops there, which isn't the end of the world, but I was just, you know, because it said it rotated, span round, I assumed it meant all the way round. And that's why you've got that manual adjustment, because if you drop it all the way down automatically by pressing L1 and circle, it raises the whole tractor off the ground. So with a bit of manual adjustment, you can get it just right where you want it, and kind of off you go. But there you go. So that's the Gorenk Planer Supra H by Whitebull Modding. A few bits of adjustment we can use on there. Let's detach that. Next up we have got this. This is the Stone Grip by Realistic Farmers. It's kind of a rock picker, stone picker. And again, for console you think, well, that's great, but there's no stones and rocks we can pick up. There's nothing in-game you can use it for. The point about this is using it as a front weight or a rear weight, so it's kind of a different design weight. We've had barrels, we've had all different sorts of things. Those rocks look incredibly detailed. I mean, that's amazing. The textures, they look like rocks. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but they do. We can raise and lower it as you would do with any normal 3-point link piece of equipment. And this will be found... Oh, actually, I didn't show the... I do apologise. The planer. The planer's found under levelers, sorry. My mistake. There you go, the planer is 1,000 to buy. It's only 2.5 metres and there are no options available. I do apologise. Right, so the Stone Grip is under weights. I was looking for it in front loader attachments and things like that, but it's a 3-point link attached. So, under weights, if we scroll all the way across, we will come to it eventually. There you go, 1,600. It's 500 kilograms, and you can have it standard like so. And you can change the colour to whatever you want. If you want to go red, for example. But then you've got the option to put it to a 1,000 kilogram weight by putting the rocks in it. So in essence, it's a weight, you know. But it's cool. I like it. I still can't go over the detail of those rocks. They look amazing. Now, as you can see there, it doesn't show anything for crop types. You can't be used for scooping crops or anything like that. It is a weight at the end of the day. There you go. So let's drop that down. And disconnect. Actually, stop this in a second. Next up, we have got these. We've got the Flegel DPW pack by MefiuFS. These are 4 slots each. They are bale trailers. They're not auto-load bale trailers. They're just standard bale trailers. They do have straps. Very nice detailing on them. We've got a few DPW trailers have come out. Various different types. I do like these ones. They're kind of galvanised. I don't know, something about that just looks really, really nice. So we've got 2 different lengths in this pack. The shorter one, the DPW, is it 120 and the 180 I think we've got. We'll have a look at those in store. Front swivel axles, not my best friend, but you know, it is what it is. These are under baling technology. I don't know why I was wandering off to look into trailers. Yep, so we've got the, we'll start with the 120. The 120 is 10 grand to buy. They're both 4 slots. We've got the option of black, green or galvanised, and then you can have it with the extensions or without the extensions. So that's the shorter one, the 120. And then we've got the DPW 180 for 16,000. Again, black, green, galvanised, extensions or without extensions. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, which is this in the background. This is the placeable steel silo by ShabaFS. This will use 11 slots, and I have to say, I like this a lot. The detail on it is incredible. The rust across the top. Just, I don't know, the attention to detail and all the steel work. The I-beams. I love the fact it's got lamps either end as well, which is really cool. I haven't found a light switch, so I assume this is going to be an automatic, comes on at a certain time. But even the addition of all the ladders to go up to the hoppers. So we drive up onto there, unload into here, and then when you want your stuff it comes down from there. This is cool. And I should tell you for why. This comes under our placeables. It's under silos, which is where I was originally. Silos can be a pricey proposition. So if I get to M1, the Lizard placeable steel silos, only 50,000, which is pretty good as far as silos go. For a 320,000 litre capacity, that's brilliant. And for 11 slots, not too bad at all. It will only take the main crop types. I say the main crop types, the cereal crops. So we'll do your wheat, your barley, your oats, corn, canola, sunflower and soybean. But 320,000 litres for 50 grand. That's brilliant. That is really, really good. I like that a lot. So what I was thinking, because I've got the Vertex Design ones from the other day that I just kept. Now these ones will do lime, seed, fertiliser and pig food as well, and you don't have to have the silo, you can have an extension. So for 7,550 on top, if I can place that extension next to it, technically I've made that a pack whereby that will now hold all the cereal crops plus lime, pig food, fertiliser and seed, and that would only come in at 57,000 for that combination. So that's why this mod is brilliant. In conjunction with that, I mean, on its own, it's great. You know, for your cereal crops, absolutely brilliant for the price and the capacity. So what I'm going to do, because I just want to check this just to make sure it's right. It has worked. The extension should do that. Unless the extension will only work with the main silo from that pack, I'm not too sure, but it's worth a check. Even if it's not, we've still got really cool. I think this unloads, or you can reload under the central one, I think. I'll go to there. So wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybean, corn, seeds, fertiliser, lime, pig food. 335,000 litre capacity now. I like that a lot. That's really cool. Like I say, the detail, look at the rust. It's brilliant. I even like the fact you've got the red lights on the top at night, because it's quite a tall standing bit of kit. For low flying aircraft, especially around this area, on Washoe, you know, But anyway, there you go. That's cool. That's the Placeable Steel Silo by ShabaFS. And that is it for the mods for today. Now, I'm just trying to think. This might not be posted today. It might be tomorrow because it's quite late now. I had a lot to do, so this may be Wednesday this is being posted. I apologise for the late posting. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.